May I request MP Boots Malang to lead us the invocation.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Rabbana la tu'akhizna in nasina aw akhtana. Rabbana wa la tahmil alaina isran kama hamaltahu ala alladhina min qablina. Rabbana wa la tuhammilna ma la taqata lana bih. Wa'fu anna waghfir lana warhamna. Anta maulana fansurna alal qaumil kafirin. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa bil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzaban nar. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What's the pleasure of the floor leader?
We move that we proceed with the session, Madam Speaker.
And we will proceed on what particular item of the agenda?
Before we proceed forward, Madam Speaker, we would like to update the order of business to include several bills and resolutions.
Yes, please. May we know what's the new order of business?
Yes, Madam Speaker. We would like to move to include for bills on first reading, BTA Bill number 366, BTA Bill number 367, BTA Bill number 368. And for resolutions, we would like to include proposed resolution 728, proposed resolution 729, proposed resolution 730.
Is that a motion?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
There's a motion to update the order of business to include BTA Bill number 366, BTA Bill 367, BTA Bill 368, proposed resolution 728, proposed resolution 729, proposed resolution 730. Hearing, and it was seconded. Any objection? Hearing none. The new order of business is now updated. Lord Leader?
Madam Speaker, we are now in the reference of business, bills on first reading. Secretariat, can you read for us BTA Bill number 366?
Secretariat?
BTA Parliament Bill number 366 entitled An Act Providing for Health Maintenance Organization or HMO Benefits to All Employees of the Bangsamoro Government, creating a BARM Health Benefit Program, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes, authored by MP Abrar Hataman.
Please continue.
BTA Parliament Bill number 367, an act institutionalizing inclusive education through the creation of one special education and development center for children and youth with special needs in every province of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, providing for standards and guidelines and appropriating funds therefore, authored by MP Abrar Hataman.
And the last?
BTA Parliament Bill number 368 entitled An Act Granting Special Hardship Allowance for Public School Teachers in the Island Provinces of Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi and appropriating funds therefore, authored by MP Abrar Hataman.
Lord Leader?
Madam Speaker, we are now on reference of business, letter B, resolutions.
Before we proceed, these are private member bills.
Yes, Madam Speaker, all of those read in first reading are private member bills. So those MPs and those fellow MPs who wants to co-author with MP Abrar Hataman is welcome to do so.
Please proceed.
Madam Speaker, we are now in B, resolutions. We would like the Secretariat to read for us proposed resolution 728.
Secretariat?
Proposed resolution number 728 entitled A Resolution Urging the Committee on Environment and Natural Resources to investigate in aid of legislation complaints regarding billing and charges imposed by Cotabato Light and Power Company on consumers. This is authored by MPs Tawakal Midtimbang, Soib Oranon, Michael Midtimbang, and Mujib Abu.
Your
Madam,
Leader.
Madam Speaker, these are private member resolutions also. So members of the MP can co-author. And we move that we refer this to Committee on Environment, Natural Resources, and Energy.
There is a motion to refer proposed resolution 728 to the Committee on Environment, Natural Resources, and Energy. Any second? Being seconded, any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, we now move to, we would like to request the Secretariat to read for us proposed resolution number 729.
Secretariat, please.
Proposed resolution number 729 entitled, "A Resolution Urging the Committee on Environment, Natural Resources, and Energy to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation on the persistent low voltage supply and frequent power interruptions being experienced in the province of Lanao del Sur, particularly in the Basak area, in connection with the service performance of the Lanao del Sur Electric Cooperative Incorporated." Authored by MPs Aminuddin Sumagayan, Rashdi Adyong, Ahmad Amir Balindong, Amer Zakaria Rakim, and Ali Karim Munder.
Your Leader.
Madam Speaker, these are private member resolutions. Any members of the MPs can co-author. And we would like to move that this proposed resolution number 729 be referred to the Committee on Environment, Natural Resources, and Energy.
There is a motion to refer proposed resolution number 729 to the Committee on Environment, Natural Resources, and Energy. Any second? Being seconded, any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Third, Madam Speaker, is we would like the Secretariat to read proposed resolution number 730.
Secretariat.
Proposed resolution number 730 entitled, "A Resolution Urging the Appropriate Committee to Conduct a Comprehensive Legal Audit of all Regional Laws enacted by the Regional Legislative Assembly or RLA of the former Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, with the end in view of determining their continued relevance, necessity for amendment or repeal, and consistency with the Bangsamoro Organic Law and current policy priorities of the Bangsamoro government." This is authored by MPs Aminuddin Sumagayan, Rashdi Adyong, Ahmad Amir Balindong, Amer Zakaria Rakim, and Ali Rakim Munder.
Madam Speaker, these are private member resolutions. Any member of the Parliament can co-author. And Madam Speaker, we would like to move to refer these to the Committee on Amendments.
There is a motion to refer the proposed resolution 730 to the Committee on Amendments. Any second? Being seconded, any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved. Lord Leader.
Madam Speaker, on bills on second reading, we have none. And for resolutions referred to the committee, we have none. We have one unfinished business, Madam Speaker, proposed resolution 733. I move that we defer the interpellation and amendments for the next session, Madam Speaker.
There is a motion to defer proposed resolution 733. Any second? Seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved. Your Leader.
Madam Speaker, we are now in the privilege hour. We would like to call upon one of our members, MP Abdul Basit R. Benito, for his privileged speech.
MP Benito is now recognized. The floor is yours.
A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa bihi nasta'in. Bago ko po basahin ang aking privilege speech on the preparedness of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, amid escalating conflict in the Middle East. Hayaan po muna ninyo akong basahin ang isang talata sa Holy Quran na relevant po sa nangyayaring conflict sigalot sa Middle East. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanallazi asra bi 'abdihi lailan minal masjidil haram ilal masjidil aqsal ladzi barakna hawlahu linuriyahu min ayatina. Innahu huwas samiul basir. Sadaqallahul azim. Sa ating minamahal na Chief Minister Abdurrauf Makakwa, sa ating minamahal na Speaker of the Parliament, Honorable Attorney Pangalian Balindong, sa ating Deputy Speaker na kasalukuyang presiding chairman ng session na ito, kagalang-galang na Deputy Speaker, Honorable MP Baintan Adel Ampatuan, sa mga kapwa, mga kasama kong membro ng Parliament, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mr. Speaker, esteemed colleagues in this august chamber, I rise today not with fear, but with foresight. As tension in the Middle East intensify, threatening to spiral into full-scale war, we must confront an uncomfortable but necessary question. How prepared is the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao if global conflict escalates? For many, the Middle East is far away. But for us in the Bangsamoro, it is deeply connected to our lives through our overseas Bangsamoro workers, our faith, our economy, and our shared history. Thousands of our brothers and sisters from the Bangsamoro are working in the Gulf region. In the event of war, they will be among the most vulnerable. Their repatriation must not be an afterthought. It must be a top priority. We must ensure they return not to despair, but to a farm that is ready to welcome them with reintegration programs, livelihood assistance, psychosocial support, and community reintegration pathways. But that is only the beginning, Madam Speaker. If war in the Middle East breaks out, we face more than displacement. We face economic disruption, fuel shortages, and the very real threat of famine. A'udzubillah. Let us be clear, when fuel supply lines are cut, prices soar. Transport becomes more expensive, goods stop moving, food become scarce. And in that scarcity, the poor suffer first and suffered most. This is why gas conservation is not merely an environmental issue. It is a matter of survival. It is a form of readiness. I strongly urge our ministries, particularly the MENRE, the MTIT, and the LGOs to roll out immediate energy-saving initiatives, including 1. Public education campaigns on the fuel conservation, promoting carpooling, efficient driving, walking, and biking where possible. 2. Government adoption of staggered work hours, of hybrid work setups to reduce congestion and fuel use. Number 3, support for renewable and alternative energy projects, especially in rural and island communities. And number 4, encouraging households and public institutions to limit non-essential electricity and fuel use. At the same time, Madam Speaker, let us face the most alarming consequences of prolonged conflict. This is famine. Auzubillah. We have already seen how global events like the pandemic can trigger food supply shocks, but war in the Middle East could be worse. BARM relies heavily on imported rice, oil, and agricultural inputs. If those stop coming, and if price rise beyond reach, our families will go hungry. As the capital law. Therefore, Madam Speaker, I strongly recommend the following food security and famine mitigation measures. Number 1, immediate activation of local food council in every province and municipality of BARMM. 2, strategic stockpiling of rice, basic goods, and emergency food packs with priority for island provinces and GIDA areas, or geographical isolated disadvantaged areas. 3, mobilization of community-based farming and urban gardening programs, particularly in schools, masjids, and barangays. And number 4, partnership with local farmers and fisherfolk, ensuring that we buy local and build resilient food chains within BARM. Preparedness, Madam Speaker, means acknowledging threats before they arrive and doing everything we can to protect our people, especially the most vulnerable. Finally, we must not forget the ideological front. War breeds instability, and instability is fertile ground for extremism or extremist recruitment. We must ensure that BARM remains firm in its advocacy for peace, moderation, and solidarity. Let us support our religious leaders, madaris, youth leaders, and civil society organizations to shield our people from narrative of hate and violence. Therefore, Madam Speaker, I respectfully call for the creation of a BARMM interagency task force on the global conflict readiness to coordinate OBW, or Overseas Bangsamoro Worker Repatriation and Reintegration, manage energy and gas conservation plans, develop regional food security strategies, counter extremist narratives through ideological resilience, and ensure our local governments are well-resourced, informed, and prepared. Madam Speaker, preparedness is not an option. It is a moral obligation. As leaders, we are entrusted with the protection of our people, not only in times of peace, but especially in times of global uncertainty. Let BARM not be caught off guard. Let BARM show the nation and the world that we are not only a region of history and healing, but of resilience, readiness, and responsibility. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, MP Abdul Basit Benito. Floor Leader.
Madam Speaker, after the privilege hour, we are now on the bills on third reading. We have none. And for other matters, Madam Speaker, we have a ceremonial signing of Bangsamoro Autonomous Acts number 73, 74, and 76. With that, Madam Speaker, I move that we suspend the rules for this session so that we can prepare for the arrival of the Chief Minister.
Rules is suspended for few minutes. May we request the Secretariat to please rearrange.
update ng NSA.